welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're brand new here. For today's video, I'm going to be talking about my first ever download festival experience. I fully intend on vlogging my full first download experience, but I didn't. I took wee clips here and there, which you will see through this video, but I didn't vlog, and I'm fucking kicking myself for it now, but hindsight is a great thing. I should have vlogged, but at the same time, it was my first experience at download. It's very, very overwhelming if you've never been before. While I was there, I was like, I'm going to make a video discussing all the topics that I wanted about my first experience there. So during this video, I'm going to be discussing topics such as the campsite, what our campsite was like, where we camped, where we camped there again, where we have got camping for next year. Also going to talk a bit about the stress beforehand. I will get into it all, but there was a lot of stress on the Wednesday. Then I'm going to discuss our experience getting from parking to the campsite and how that went. Then I'm going to talk about the Refresh Retreat, food and drink vendors, distance between everything, the weather. And also I'm going to discuss like what I wore, what I won't be wearing again next year, let me just tell you. Obviously, let's talk about the bands I've seen each day, and then also I will talk about our plans for next year. So if you want to see a rundown on my first ever download festival experience, just keep watching. So let's begin at the very beginning of the full experience. So I bought 4-day quiet camping tickets, right? Harry was wanting to upgrade until the 5 days, and I'm so glad we didn't. So Wednesday we drove into Derbyshire, got a hotel, jamming. So we were in a hotel about half an hour away from the actual festival. So while we were all getting cozy, we were in McDonald's at 11 o'clock at night, the Facebook pages were going tonto. There was so many posts about people that had left their home early morning, early afternoon, and they were still in traffic, and this was like 11, 12 o'clock at night, and I'm thinking, what the fuck? I'm reading all this, I couldn't even sleep. We had to get up at like 6 in the morning the next morning to actually go to the festival to get there early doors, but I could not sleep. I was panicking. I was reading into more and more comments, right, and people were getting turned away from the car park that we were supposed to go to the next morning, and I'm like, what if it's full? Like, where are we going to park? Like, I hope I'm not the only one that had that stress, right? For anyone that went on the Thursday, were you getting stressed out on the Wednesday reading all these posts on Facebook? Because I was certainly getting so stressed out, and for a first timer who'd never been there before, not knowing what to expect, I was stressing out my fucking head. But Harry, he was trying to keep me reassured. He was like, we will be going to that car park, like, we are going, like, that's where our wee sign thing, get a wee thing that you keep in your car to show that you've paid for parking and stuff, and on the back it kind of gives you a guide of where you should park to where you're camping, kind of thing. So anyway, he was like, we are going to that car park, we are going to the car park that tells us no excuses, right? So finally got to sleep after doing my fake tan in the hotel. The next morning we got up, got everything ready and drove, and when I tell you it took us 40 minutes from being at the hotel to being in the campsite, 40 minutes. All the download pages and stuff were telling you, do not put it in the sat nav, use this road, blah blah blah. And Harry was like, well, everyone's going to be using that road to get in. No wonder there is traffic. So I let him lead, on you go, put it in the sat nav, and Harry had actually been able to find the actual opening to the West car park. We drove up, got right in. The car park had loads of spaces left. They were telling people that it was full, getting people like me worried, but then it obviously makes sense because they knew there would be a lot of people travelling on the Thursday as well, so they were probably wanting to keep a lot of parking free for Quiet Camp, which I'm so thankful they did. I'm thankful they did, but at the same time, you put the shitters up me for nothing. Anyway, we got in, got parked up, absolutely no problem. Got the trolley out. I will put a video of Harry wrapping her trolley with cling film here. That trolley, lifesaver by the way, that is one of the best tips I can give. Get a trolley, wrap it, do whatever with it, but the trolley is a lifesaver. It carries so much. So we had the big trolley, and then I had a big camping bag with everything else in it. Then it was the walk to the campsite. So we were quiet camping. It wasn't that far a walk. The only thing I'm quite gutted about, when we got to quiet camp, it was pretty full, so we ended up camping on a hill. We weren't the only ones, obviously. There was a lot of people camping on the hill. Actually, talking about the ground, sorry, putting the tent up was a fucking nightmare. The mud was like rock solid. That was kind of our experience getting from parking to the campsite. No bother whatsoever. There was no real issues. There was toilets really close. It was just at the very opening of quiet camp, which wasn't far to us at all. We had nice neighbours. There was actually a couple of Scottish guys in front of us. We spoke to them every day. Ended up having to buy a pee bucket because we didn't think about it beforehand, but obviously during the night, first thing in the morning, we don't want to walk right up to the toilets. Bought a pee bucket, and it was just nice to pee in the tent, not having to go anywhere. Before we move on, I want to talk about the portaloos. The portaloos at the front of quiet camping, I didn't have an issue with them whatsoever. There was always toilet roll. They weren't disgusting. The portaloos at quiet camping didn't flush, it just kind of all sat at the bottom. When I need to go, right, it's fine. Another tip, if you're going, take toilet seat covers. I've actually commented that on a few of the Facebook groups, Download Girls Facebook groups. Take toilet seat covers, you get them from Amazon. They were honestly my lifesaver, especially for the amount of walking you're going to do in Download. You cannot squat, your legs will fucking kill you. The thing is, the toilets were very clean. They were probably the cleanest portaloos I have ever seen.
I'm sorry, but this isn't a review of the portaloos, but the arena portaloos are like the cleanest.
The only portaloos that I've seen that were a bit minging were the ones in the village, and they were usually after the main event had finished. So everybody's came at the main event, everybody's got to use them, do you know? So the village toilets were the only ones at night that were a bit minging that I probably wouldn't use. There was a lot of posts about the male toilets not being enough and stuff. There was a lot of times I seen the males queuing and we were just walking right in. There was like rows upon rows upon rows, especially in the arena, of female toilets, and you would go to the males, not as much, but there was like the urinals. I will give them their due. There was guys queuing a lot more, and in the morning at quiet camping, it was so funny. You would just see like a row of guys all with a roll of toilet roll, obviously going for their morning shit. It was funny to see, but like we were never queuing. So moving on to the Refresh retreat. So me and Harry originally didn't book Refresh retreat. I didn't book it as part of his Christmas. We were original tickets. Harry had said they were sold out, but then managed to get 2 gold passes a few weeks before we went to Download. So we were like, yes, amazing, that's so great. Little did we know, it's not so fucking great. Maybe in previous years, but because it was so fucking busy this year, no, it's honestly put me off getting anything like that again. So the gold package is it all. The luxury toilets, the showers, you get a locker, which was really handy, I will give them that. The locker is probably the only thing from the Refresh retreat that I would get again. It was a wee slim locker, it's got a wee USB port in it, and you can charge your phone, e-fags if you want, or like battery packs. So every night me and Harry would walk up and exchange a battery pack, because we had a couple of battery packs with us. That was honestly quite a lifesaver, so if I was to do it again I would definitely get that. Then you had the vanity station, which you could do your hair, your makeup, dry your hair, straighten your hair, and all that good stuff. In theory it sounded really great, and it did sound really great. I was like, oh my god, that's really good, because I'd heard it was freezing cold showers everywhere else, and I was like, okay, not really what a cold shower. I'd rather not shower than have a cold one, let's be honest. So first day we went up to get our bands and to see what it was like, because why not, we've just paid £70 each for these bands. So we get there and the queue is massive, and I'm like, you're kidding. Little did we know there was 3 queues. The longest one was to get into the showers. Then there was one in the middle, that was to get into the toilets and the vanity station. And then obviously there was a little one for the lockers. So you couldn't go all together. Me and Harry did not know that it would be all separate. We thought literally one big area, toilets, showers, vanity, you know, lockers at the back. We thought it would be one big area. No. 3 separate bits to get into, and 3 separate times you need to queue. So if you're bursting for a shit, I'm sorry, you run up, go to the toilet, and then the queue for the shower is like 2 miles away. come on, like the end of the queue, I mean, is like 2 miles away. It went right round the racetrack and it was honestly like 2-hour waits. So the first day we went, got our bands. I think we went into the toilet and had a look at the vanity area and stuff. The vanity area was, the majority was always really full unless you got there crack-arsey dawn. Same with the showers. The showers opened at 7 and the 2 days that we actually went up and had a shower, we had to be there for 6:30 and we queued. And we got right in. The one night that we had a shower, we went up after the last headlining act on the Sunday. So we went up after Slipknot on the Sunday and it was dead. So we were able to get right in. So yeah, you couldn't really go up at any point and have a shower because the queues were honestly ridiculous. There were people waiting in those queues for like 2.5 hours and honestly it would not be me. And to be honest, the luxury toilets, it was a tiny cubicle with just a toilet in it. It was all around, it was like a big square. The vanity, I used the vanity twice and it was purely just because we were up there anyway. I didn't go out my way to use the vanity. We had some free time in the morning, so we were there, we were getting our battery, we were going to the toilet. So there was one day I done my makeup there and there was another day I straightened my hair. Really not a big deal to me to have that. Like some of the girls that were there, they went all out and they looked absolutely banging. So they had to do their hair, if they had like the wee fringes and stuff. I won't wash my hair when I go to festivals, like it's just not going to happen. It's really not. So I would never need to dry my hair. I don't really care about straightening it. I think next year I'm going to take a heatless curl headband so I can have nice curls for the full time I'm there. I enjoyed doing my makeup in the tent because I could sit with the music, have a beer. So it's not really an essential for me to have that, but I understand why it is for some other girls. And males, actually. There was a lot of males in there as well. So anyway, that was a refresher treat. Don't think I want to do it next year personally. I would probably just do the village showers next year, use the Portaloos and get a locker for the refresher treat. I think Harry still wants to get a band, but we can just share it. Also, the showers at the refresher treat. Wee cubicle, right, that's fine. But then there's a wee like dookit bit that you put your stuff, but the shower kind of faced it. There was like a wall there. Your stuff gets wet, you get hot and sweaty when you're finished because you're trying to dry yourself in a steamy wee compartment. And no, so these showers aren't for me. I've been told the village showers were absolutely fine. It's communal, but it's absolutely fine. I would probably take a bikini with me, shower in my bikini and then wrap a towel and walk that way because I'd be able to dry. I hate being rushed to actually dry with a towel. So no, the refresher treat showers are not for me. Let's talk about the food and drink vendors. There was such a variety. There was so many vendors that we didn't even see. I've only seen them when I've looked on Instagram when I came back, and next year I am going walking looking for all the good vendors because there was so many that were there this year that I missed that I would have fucking loved. Obviously it's going to be a bit pricier. It's a festival. It is going to be pricey. So this year me and Harry did not bring all the essentials. We didn't bring food that we could eat, we didn't bring like the wee gas stoves. We didn't actually think this through properly. We brought a lot of snacks and a lot of beer. So next year we are going to bring more food that we can cook. We're going to bring the wee stoves. We just couldn't find the proper one before we came to downloads. We'll be stocking up on those wee stoves before we come next year. We don't really want to be spending lots and lots of money on the food vendors because it does all add up. It really does. We don't mind buying pizza when we're in there, you know, because pizza was obviously the best value for money. For breakfast, maybe lunch, you know. We get food at the hotel, get food for the tent and cook it in the campsite and then go to the arena. So, okay, the distance between everything, right? I would say it's fine, right? Because it was nice weather, you got your steps in, do you know, it was nice to just walk around. But when you actually think about it, the distance between everything was mad. So we were up at Quiet Camping and then we had to walk through. It was only like the second day when we got told about a wee shortcut. And it was just literally a passage through and it took you right up to the village, but it was still some distance. And then you get to the village and then you go up the way for the refresher treat or you keep walking for the arena. So everything is a bit spaced out, but at the same time it's quite good as well. The village, I thought the village was class. It had your food vendors, it had shows, it had lots of wee stalls. Like, I thought it was class. The distance was fine. I think purely because the weather was actually so nice. I do want to say, like, if it was pissing down, I'd probably be hating every single minute of it. It's a good weekend to get your steps in. That's what I will say. And I was told before, it is a lot of walking. I came back and I wore my high top Vans the full weekend. Even though they are so comfy, Vans are like the comfiest shoes ever to me. My feet were killing me. I had blisters. The biggest thing I hated about walking everywhere, obviously the dust. The dust didn't really bother me actually. The fucking stones, on the other hand, the stones that were on the ground, that's what I kept standing on, and that's what fucking gave me blisters. The big rocks I was standing on. That's my only gripe with walking everywhere. The fucking stones. Right, let's talk about the weather. We were so lucky with the weather. Now, I usually burn, right? We were in 30-degree heat and I got a nice wee tan. Wouldn't know it because I have put fake tan on, but for me, I tanned really well. Didn't burn. I used oil all weekend, but we were lucky with the heat. There was a few times that I was like, this is too fucking hot. Our only saving grace is you're allowed to take your own bottle into the arena. You can fill it with water. I never had an issue filling up the water, getting free water. The longest I waited was like 5 minutes in the arena. So yeah, didn't have a problem getting free water. What I wore and what I won't wear again. So I wore denim shorts every single day with a band t-shirt. I am not wearing denim shorts next year. I'm not going to say they were the most uncomfy, but see if you're bursting for a pee and trying to get off sweaty denim shorts. I was close to peeing myself a few times because I could not get the wet denim down. My favourite day was the day that I wore cycle shorts out. The only thing I need to get is cycle shorts with pockets. I love having my phone and things in my pockets. Next year, I need to invest in shorts with pockets that aren't denim. So that's kind of the only thing that I will say about what I wore. I won't wear denim shorts again. I think next year, flared trousers or dresses, you know, really comfy things, because you need to be comfy. You're on your feet for so many hours of the day, you're jumping around like an idiot, you're in the heat, you need to be comfy. You need to be comfy. Next, let's talk about the bands that I've seen. So I'm going to go actually onto the Download app because that has our schedule saved on it. So, Download app. So the Wednesday we weren't there, we were there on the Thursday. So I came to Download with the bands that I wanted to see in mind, and the bands I wanted to see were just like my old favourite bands, like when I was younger. So I hadn't heard to a lot of these bands, hadn't listened to a lot of the bands that were playing at Download, apart from obviously the ones that I wanted to see. A few bands on the Thursday that, not gonna lie, I'd not heard to before, but we watched them. So the first band we went to see at the Apex stage was Halestorm. For any bands that I have footage of, I will put in this video. Then after that it was Alter Bridge. Never heard of Alter Bridge before, but they were actually quite good. And then I'm not going to lie, I got so cold. The Thursday night was so fucking cold. So me and Harry left the arena, went in the village and got a couple of poncho hoodie things. They were so cozy. And then when we went back, we just caught the tail end of Skindred, and honestly, I'm so gutted because their last song was honestly so good. I have got a clip here. So I'm gutted we missed their full set because they just looked like they would put on a good show. It was my first time ever hearing them. Came back, started listening to their stuff, and they're actually really good. So I'm kind of kicking myself. For the amount Skindred play at Download, we will probably see them again anyway, so it's absolutely fine. And then obviously we see Metallica. never been a big Metallica fan. I'm not gonna lie. Never been a big Metallica fan. There's 2 songs that I could name you from Metallica that are actually alright, but seeing them on the Thursday, I was like... But yeah, anyway, we seen Metallica. There wasn't anyone else to go and see. On the Friday, the first band we went to go and see was Asking Alexandria. Now, a lot of these bands are like my old favourite bands, so when I listen to all these kind of bands, I still listen to what I listened to when I was 13. I haven't really listened to a lot of these bands' new stuff. So I went to Asking Alexandria expecting the Stand Up and Scream album. So when I say I was a bit disappointed, I was a bit disappointed. Oh my God! One of their old classic songs, but correct me if I'm wrong, was that not the old lead singer screaming? So they pre-recorded the old singer screaming because the new singer couldn't scream like that. They were like one of my top bands I was excited to see. So anyway, it's fine. It was one of their first songs. I seen it, I videoed it, I did sing along it, but I wasn't that impressed. So after that song we did leave because Asking Alexandria and Pendulum were kind of crossing over. Then we went to see Pendulum. Pendulum were class. Put the clips in here. Were really good, really, like, they got the crowd going, like, it was mad. I loved it. Then after that we seen Architects, Architects were never really a band that I've listened to, but they were class, so I think I'm going to start listening to Architects now. Then Evanescence. I do not think I have seen a crowd like that ever. Bring Me the Horizon weren't on the Apex stage next. Evanescence would have been on the main stage, because that crowd, you couldn't move. We were like, honestly, like sardines in that crowd. It was madness. And I have watched a couple other videos like this when they're talking about the download experience, and there was one girl that had to jump into the bar queue because there was literally nowhere else to go. It was so fucking busy. It was almost like the literal full capacity download was over at the Opus stage. It was mental. But Evanescence, you were class. Very good. It made my child Rhiannon happy. They're like the first band you listen to when you're like, oh, I kind of like spicy music. So yeah, it was just great to see. Then obviously the headliners for Friday night was Bring Me the Horizon. Bring Me the Horizon used to be my favourite band, right? I seen them in 2010, so the shows that they put on were very fucking different. Very, 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 very different. They were honestly unreal, like very, I don't have words, right? I do not have words.
Download Festival. Are you ready for the greatest night of your life? Analyzing reaction levels. Status. Weak as fuck. Let's try that again. Download Festival. Are you ready for the greatest night of your life? Excellent.
I think we're in, but we haven't got long.
Alright, download. Can you hear me? Listen to me carefully. Next Gen is your enemy. Don't listen to anything this cyborg bitch has got to say. She's off her tits. She don't want to save humanity, she wants to destroy it.
Yeah, she's been fucking with Matt's head. He thinks he's fucking Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Live with me if you want to come.
The bitch is mad, man. Download. You need to get the fuck out of here now. You're not safe. Get the fuck out of here now. You've been warned. Go.
I used to suck dick for crack cocaine. Get off your phone.
I hope you have fun.
I will say, not that I was this, was I disappointed? Yes, right, I'm just going to admit it. I'm going to admit it. I'm going to be a moany bitch here. I was disappointed that they didn't play their old stuff. I was disappointed they didn't play any of their old stuff. Like, their old stuff is just, come on, like classic Bring Me the Horizon. When you think about Bring Me the Horizon, you think about all these old songs like Chelsea Grin and, do you know, like all the old songs that just, I would have died to hear again live. I'm just so lucky that I have heard them live. Harry, on the other hand, has never seen Bring Me the Horizon before, so I kind of wish they played their old stuff so he could experience it as well. But anyway, it's fine. They were unmatched. Back to the Friday, we also seen Neck Deep. I thought they were class as well. That's a new band for me. They were class.
Show me how fucking mad you are. March for each other. March for the future in this fucking country. And fuck these billionaire cunts who are fucking stripping everything good about society and this earth for their own money. Let's go!
Saturday. I really think I'm missing people that we have seen, but so for who is on the schedule, Alexisonfire, they were alright. Disturbed. They were great. And then again, Metallica. Right, on to the Sunday, who did we see? Let's go to my schedule. The Who. They were playing the other night in Glasgow and me and Harry were so close to getting last minute tickets, but we decided against it. But The Who were honestly class. Mongolian throat singers. That's what it was. But honestly, they were class. If you've not listened to them, go listen. And then a few bands again that I never heard of, but they were decent. So we listened to Behemoth at the Apex stage and then I Prevail after them. I Prevail, like I think, did I fall asleep during I Prevail? I think it was because they were on before Parkway Drive. Yeah, but I listened to a few of their songs before I fell asleep and they were class, and I have added them to my Apple Music because I really enjoyed them. Then we had Parkway Drive, another one of my all-time favourite bands. It was class seeing them, really know how to work a crowd, standing in the middle of a circle pit. Honestly class, like that is what it's all about. It just looked amazing.
Fucking impress me, devil, let's fucking go! You can't escape the snap, you'll have to last! Yes, yes, yes! You fucking bottom feeder! Fucking outrageous. Thank you guys so much!
And then obviously Sunday's headliner was a good old Slipknot. I was honestly like, I feel like I was starstruck because I was seeing them. Like, Harry's seen them live before, however many years ago. This was my first time seeing Slipknot. Honestly, Harry was living his best life, but I was just standing like, what the fuck? We were so close to the front as well. We did get pushed back when the pit started. Like, the pit started instantly. It was mad. Like, I have footage of like the circle pits and the pits at Slipknot. I will put them in here next, but the pits were just fucking mad.
Would you like some more out there, you crazy motherfucker? Now hold on a second, goddammit, because what we're about to give you, I'm gonna need you to help me fucking sing. I've been killing myself. I've watched you all kill yourselves. I wanna fucking go down in history with you motherfuckers tonight, goddammit. Are you gonna help me sing this fucking song? Here we fucking go. I push my fingers into my Better turn these fucking lights up. Cause I need to get some lights on my fucking family and friends. Holy fucking shit, look how many motherfuckers are here tonight.
What a show. What a fucking show, I will say that. So that was all the bands I've seen. Like I said, we have booked our tickets for next year. Oh, I'm so excited already. Quiet Camping again. Harry wants to get a refresh band, that's absolutely fine. We can even just share it if need be. Comfortable clothing next year, different shoes, but yeah, I'm buzzing. I hope I've managed to put all the footage I've taken over the course download into this video. If not, here are just some random clips that I haven't managed to slot in to any of this video.
You happy to be at download?
She's done, yeah.
Just walking in front of my video, as always. The mastery walking in front of my videos.
So that is all I have for today's video. I know it was quite a long one, but that was just my full first experience, thoughts, feelings, opinions, everything like that. So if you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to like and subscribe. I could really use your support, and until next time, I'll see you in my next video. Bye. Also, just jumping in here quickly, we do have a partnership for this video. So the partnership for today's video is Betty Cora, and it's actually the press-on nails I'm wearing. I will put a little overlay here of me actually applying them before download, and they have lasted. Like, download was about 2 weeks ago now, and here are the nails. These are the nails that I chose for download. Can you believe they're press-on? They are stunning. So Betty Cora actually sent me 6 pairs of press-on nails. The full package came in this nice pink package, and then we have the nails. So I was allowed to choose all the sets, so I chose a variety of shapes and styles. Some of them not really my usual style because I like square. When I do my own nails, these are the kind of nails I do, but I thought let's try something different. This is just a coffin kind of French tip set. Then we have this nice purple set, then another coffin shaped set, nice and pink and glittery. I think these might be my next set because I love pink and I love glitter. So we have an almond shaped set with a nice pink ombre French tip. We love hearts on them. Then we have this set, quite hard to actually see, but they're nice pink squares with a silver glitter tip. Thank you to Betty Cora for sending me all those press-on nails, and Betty Cora have also gave me a discount code to give to all of you. So if you want to try out some press-on nails, use the code BDYRhiannon for 20% off. And with your order, if you write gift, you will get a free nail glue remover. So thank you to Betty Cora for partnering me with this video, and you helped me with my download experience because my nails are still on, they stayed intact, didn't need to glue them on once while I was there. So If you like the look of any of the nails I have showed you, go over to bettycora.com and see what nails take your fancy.